Testing. 1 2 1 2. I got no beanie today. What's up, Youth Chapel? What's up, guys? This is Pastor Zach, and this is this week's recap from this last week. So this last week, what did we go over? We're still in the First Feet series. We're probably going to be in it for a while, where we're going through the book of Mark. First feet being alluding to a verse in Isaiah talking about how beautiful are the good feet, or the feet that bring good news, and Mark is the first of the good news books of the Bible, the Gospels. So this week we went over Mark 1, chapter 1, verses 21 through 34. And we talked a lot about Jesus and his authority, his unique authority, his sole authority he has as our teacher, as our rabbi, as our king. Point number 1 was that Jesus is not just another teacher or prophet, but he is God in the flesh and teaches with the authority of so. He is the only one with this authority, and we see his authority in Mark 1:22, where it says he taught differently and he had authority unlike the scribes, who were the religious teachers of the day, the Jewish religious teachers. Point number 2 was that we must follow Jesus with our lives and not just with our confession or what we confess. We see right in that passage, verse 24, we see the demon and the man acknowledge Jesus as God. We see the demon try to discredit Jesus by saying, oh, this is Jesus from Nazareth. And we learn kind of the history and the background of where Jesus was from, and Nazareth being this backwoods podunk town. And we see the demon just really trying to discredit Jesus publicly. But the demon also acknowledges Jesus, and not only acknowledges Jesus, but it actually obeys him when Jesus rebukes and casts the demon out. So point number 2 is we must follow Jesus with our lives and not just with what we confess if we see a demon acknowledging and confessing who Jesus is. Point number 3 was everything Jesus does in us should create an outward response. We see Jesus heal Simon's mother-in-law. What's it say? It says he immediately began to serve her. So what Jesus does requires a response in us, and that was point number 3. And for the week, I asked you guys to I'm scanning my notes right here. I said we must give our whole lives to Jesus. Simple confession is not the fullness of the Christian life. This only comes through what Jesus did, though. Because sometimes you can get it confused and go, well, I have to do things as a Christian. As a Christian, we are called to things, but it is only by the power of what Jesus did, ironically. It's kind of this full circle thing. That's what the gospel is. It's this full circle thing where Jesus already did on our behalf what we couldn't do. And now that's how we can respond, and that's how we can serve and love our neighbors, and how our attitudes and our demeanors can change because of what Jesus did. So we must give our whole lives to Jesus. Simple confession is not the fullness of the Christian life. This only comes through what Jesus did, though. We're powerless to live a Christian life outside of what Jesus is doing in our hearts. Only he has the authority to give us the desire to fully follow him. Sit on that this week. That's just kind of your brain meditation for the week, and also a recap of what we talked about. And we'll be back this week with finishing out Mark chapter 1. See you guys. Love you guys. Peace.